So the excavator operator is Clayton Tisdall, Mandy Tisdall, the teacher.
Tell you what, the sun is brightening up here, Cavey. It is going to come. There's another string to the bow coming yet. I think the sun is going to come to play shortly.
Yeah, look, I really agree. I 100% agree. I concur, Leighton. I concur.
Righto, Clayton, he's on it. He's got the full jandal and another bit of thong jammed on it, and he will not lift. He will be looking for every bit of water he can find. A little bit of a miscount on there.
I was just wondering about that myself. I had to have a very good listen there. So the engine, something not quite right in there, a bit NQR.
Might have a bit of water getting on some bleeds. Something's going on there over there. He's hitting his rev limiter. He's getting away with it anyway. It doesn't seem to be affecting him. I think he's on the rev limiter chip, but maybe he's just revving the tits off it.
Yeah, righto. Well, that'll be interesting to find out. Into that right hand, sorry. Got myself discombobulated, but went through there quicker than anybody else we've seen so far.
I'll tell you what, Mandy's going to have a sore hand by the end of the day. She's trying to cut down trees. And through to the finish.
Oh, great run, 53.719, and the boat. Well, we've heard some interesting noises coming out of it. Could well be that rev limiter.
I think so. I think they maybe haven't got the highest chip in it because certainly the performance of the boat didn't seem to matter. It was revving good. It just sounded like it was a rev chip. Maybe they're not too tall.
Explain the rev chip.
So basically in the spark box, you have a little chip that stops it over revving, and normally you'll put that in at 6.2, 6.3, 6.4. Maybe they're just running a 6,000 chip and it needs to go up to 6.4, so that will cut the engine out slightly, so might want to have a look at that.
All right, Andy Ryan now in the Joker, of course, been competing very well all day up until the last run, and look, he competed well beautifully until after the run, then he beached it. So, Andy Ryan, we might as well get the sound effects ready right now, because you just never know what this bloke is going to bring up.
I'll tell you what, this is one boat that won't hit the rev limiter. Andy, the Lion Ryan, he will just keep it going. And he's keeping the hammer down. He will leave nothing unturned.
No, definitely not. And he's misses there, Kerry-Ann Allen, just really composed in that boat. And not... Yeah, when she puts her hand up, it's only for the purpose of where they need to go next. Not overdoing it, not like we see some of the navigators. So very calming effect that Kerry-Ann has on Andy Ryan.
Yeah, off a juice very early coming down to that hairpin, Andy, but he's bringing it home strong. What's he going to beat? 53 that was in front of him. Can he get there? Can he not?
No, he's going to be outside it, but it's still going to be reasonable in the... Oh, blew it out to a 55.011.
He'll be disappointed with that. He'll be very disappointed with that because I think he's gone quicker earlier in the day. Whether that's going to be enough to keep him in the next knockout or not.
Yeah, he went to a 54.73 earlier in the day, so this is not the time to be posting slower times.
No, I just thought he pulled out of the gas a little bit early coming up to the hairpin, and he almost pulled out of it right at the cutting there as he come through to the hairpin, and I think that's just a bit early. Might have cost him.
Yeah, well...
Hot dog, Harry Whelans, as he comes up, very shit hot and shiny, this boat. Let's see how he goes.
Well, this boat, they're having trouble with fueling, surging right up the top. The last run, they seem to have ironed out those problems. Let's hope that is going to continue, that those problems are going to be shelved for this run, and indeed you would suggest that is definitely the case. So it is Harry Whelans, Jason Conroy doing the navigational duties, MF King team from a lower hut. And I'll tell you, these young men are doing really well at the moment.
Making this look really easy at the moment. This would have to be one of Harry's better runs all day. Coming down, didn't lift. Look at this, straight down to the hairpin, stayed on the gas.
Wow.
Very, very good. That was a lot better than Andy Ryan through there. This could be the difference.
Yeah, I think you're right there, Leighton. Now, Harry Whelans, this is about his fourth year in the sport behind the wheel. So for a young man going about his business, he'll be really happy with the way things are handling today. So really wide on the exit to the nut up the top there, into the finish chute, and
53.485. P1, Harry, he's just nudged in front of the Teasdales.
Geez, I'll tell you what, and Jason Conroy has patted the navigators, just given Harry a bit of a pat on the leg that hard. He's nearly pushed his foot straight through the floor. He might need a knee reconstruction after that one. Jason Conroy, very animated after that run, and well-deserved too.
I've heard of a flash Harry, but I think he's a happy Harry going home, so I tell you what, this will be interesting. This is the Fergusons. the Ferganator, Ray and Nicky Ferguson, coming up in their sprint tech, 151. He will leave nothing either. He will try and hunt Happy Harry down and make him sad Harry.
Oh, yeah, indeed he will. And Ray Ferg, just throughout the course of the day, has just been getting better and better, really blowing out the cobwebs after a lot of years just sitting on the sidelines and watching. Of course, was part of the promotional team over there in the Wairarapa at the Taranaki Racecourse. So Ray Ferg, always been in and around the sport, just said, you know what, I'm sick of watching. I've got to get back in there behind the wheel, and just showing the style and the form that he had before he retired. In fact, he's had more comebacks than John Bloody Farnham.
He's making a good job of this. Pulled out a little bit early in that hairpin again. Don't know whether that's going to cost him or not. A little bit off the gas there, but he's very smooth. That may be the difference.
Yeah, look, Ray Ferg in boat 151 now, up into this final part of the course. Little bit of crosswash up there. You saw the boat porpoising just a little bit. Ray Ferguson straight to the top of the table with a 52.932.
Well done, Ferg. And he pulled out a couple of spots there. This is great.
Yeah, this is fantastic racing. So, wow, Andy Ryan is going to find himself in all sorts of trouble here. Clayton and Mandy Tisdall, the boat just not on song for that particular run, whether it be the chip or whatever going wrong with that. Wow, not the time of day to be doing these sorts of things to yourself.
No, this is like the old card player dealing at the
on the casino floor.
The casino park. Here comes Ross Maltravers. What's he got in his hand?
Super Mario. If you catch a good glimpse of Ross Travers up there on the big screen, the big mustache there, he looks like Super Mario. So, of course, if you see him, don't call him Ross, call him Super Mario, because he hates it. But Ross Travers in the Stinger, the radioactive machine, looking very, very smooth indeed. Just had a few navigational problems in the earlier qualifying rounds. This is not the time you need to do those. I think he's got his head around it. The hairpin, barely moved his hand on the steering wheel.
Nah, this is all class. This is Ross Travers back. The mole will whack one down here. Wait and see. Lovely through the cutting. Down the bottom end, up the top end. Come on, all you Wanganuiites, get behind him. Ross Maltravers is coming home. Super Mario to the finish line. Can he do it?
Oh, in P2.
53.289. Ray, the Ferganator Ferguson, is still holding the top tabs.
Wow, that is an amazing run there. I would have sworn there that our mate out there in Ross Travers would have been going a little bit quicker there, but there's not much in it between Ray Ferg and Ross Travers, somewhere around 0.3 of a second. As we go now down to Neil Marshall, Eagle Automotive. Hayley Brunning doing the navigational duties. Neil Marshall has had a pretty good day of it, been just tickling this particular vessel around a little bit, just trying to make sure that he can wring every last inch out of it and any last bit of power out of it. Just get those blades working nicely with the G unit, get the nozzle sizes right, the fins right, and really working very, very hard at the moment. Of course, the man coming from a rally scene, tarmac rallying, been in the world of jet sprinting for a number of years, and we are going to see some big things from this guy during the 2017 season for the Fowler Homes Group A. Oh, not too bad. Not the best he's done through there.
No, come off the gas early, KB. I thought coming into it, big deals normally comes in there a bit harder, but I'll tell you what, it's still going to be a good time. Whether he's going to get to that 52, the same as old Ferg, I'm not too sure. He's bringing it home strong now. He's still looking good on the clock. He might have a shot here.
All right, Neil Marshall into P1 with a 52.435.
Neil, big deal, Marshall. There you go. Yeah, I thought he eased into that hairpin. He just made a couple of untidy ones that he'd been doing all day, so he's definitely got a 51 in him.
Yeah, that is an amazing time. And look, half a second quicker than Ray Ferg as well.
Hey, I just got a quick report from Kel Winnell, just talking to her what happened to the boat when it snuffed out there. Just threw the core wire off. It was a simple little wire that jumped off when she went through there, so a bit disappointing. Nothing wrong with the boat. So that boat that bring over another 1,000 is only going to be $1.08, so I'm quite happy about that.
Oh, that's all right then, mate. Jeez, I tell you what, you are showing your age, mate, when you are talking dollar notes. All right,
maybe coins I could get away with that one.
Cy Gibbon. Now, this guy with the Novus auto glass emblazoned all over the side of it from the South Island with his mate Paul Tomo Thompson. These guys, I've been so impressed with how these guys have gone throughout the course of the day in this brand new package from a Stinger, normally racing in a jet speed. And wow, but we do remember that Cy Gibbon has a nemesis in this rotation. Oh, very knifey up there. Here's his nemesis. How's he going to deal with it? Oh, very well.
Very well. He did well. Ugly top end of the track, but I'll tell you what, he's nailed that hairpin. He's just been a tad too aggressive on the wheel, I think, at the moment, but this is going to be a super quick time. The boat looks quick. A little bit of slip there, won't help, but he's still carried his boat steed up the back straight. Coming around now to the big finish. Size looking to pull one out. Can he get there?
Oh, P2.
Oh, P2, 52.626.
Wow. And he got through the nemesis. Wasn't the best we've seen, but he did better than he's previously gone through there today. So he's starting to put those gremlins to the back of his mind. They're not coming to the forefront, and this is where we need to see this. Cy Gibbon, great time, still can tidy up a few bits and pieces.
Absolutely. I think if he tidied up his little bag of tricks, it is a new boat, to be fair, and I think when he looks back at the footage and looks how he steered it, and a little bit over-aggressive. Here we go.
All right, Ollie Silverton. Now, this is the guy who has been the quickest in Group A all day, thus far unassailed in that top echelon. So for Suntup, PSP Racing, Jess Sid is the navigator here. This is a Sprint Tech hull. Ollie Silverton thus far has not lifted an iota.
You do not hear that engine sound change at all. Probably the hairpin's the only time. There it goes. Oh, lovely, beautiful. It's a beautiful noise as per Neil Diamond. Here it goes. He's coming on now, back through into the flip-flop.
A little bit of an ease off there, but not big. It's just a gentle roll off and a gentle ease back on. And Ollie Silverton is showing his worth as a driver.
This is going to be a cracker.
Experience behind him. Ollie Silverton into P1 with a 51.272.
Wow.
1.2 seconds quicker than Neil Marshall.
There we have our top five, and what a five it is. Ross,
top six.
Top six. Top six.
We've got one more to go, though. We should have one more.
No, I don't think we have. Yeah.
Oh, right, okay, we got confused. Richard Berg qualified, but because Stewie Latham banged the boat.
Top six.
Top six, so it goes like this. Slowest to fastest, Harry Whelans, Ross Travers, Ray Ferguson, Simon Gibbon, Neil Marshall and Ollie Silverton just pulled out a corker.
The big bangers are next. Top nine, mouth fresh, super.